Okay, whenever you're ready.
All right. So the question is, does playing a sport as a kid benefit their health later in life? In short, yes. Playing a sport helps kids create social skills, friendships, healthy athletic and food habits, as well as prevent depression. Kids who play sports tend to have higher grades, higher academic success, lower social stress, and higher self-esteem, as well as an easier time meeting new people and finding jobs. Before we get to the positives of sports, let's talk about the negatives. Sports are dangerous. Nearly 50% of all head injuries are sports related. 21% of all traumatic brain injuries are from sports, and over 800,000 kids under the age of 15 visit the ER every year because of sports-related injuries. And 90% of all varsity athletes have had some sort of injury related to their sport. Another big negative is the time commitment. Sports are very time consuming and require kids to prioritize. For families, single parent families or families working two jobs, it can be hard to meet those requirements. Another negative is the cost. Sports are expensive. Between the camps, tournaments, and clubs, they all add up, and not to mention equipment. So here are 4 positive areas where sports help kids. They help kids reduce their chance of depression, help create healthy life skills, help create healthy life choices, as well as reduce the chance of obesity. First, let's talk about depression. A 2011 UCLA study followed kids who were active 6 to 7 days a week out of a year, or during 6 to 7 days out of a week for a full year. They found that 25% of them felt sad only a dozen times, while 38% of them felt sad less than 1 time. They also followed a group of kids who were not active at all during that year, and they found that they are twice as likely to be predisposed with depression. So exercise helps your body release hormones. One of these hormones are endorphins. Endorphins are the feel-good hormone, which help increase mood, energy, and comfort. Another hormone that your body releases are endorphins. Endorphins, from the physical benefits article, scientists found that at 120 minutes into a workout, your body has reached max endorphins level. And endorphins help reduce stress, anxiety, and weight while increasing self-esteem. A 2019 New York Times study found that for every 30 minutes of added exercise to your day, your mood, attention span, and overall happiness increased by 17%. So, here are 3 easy ways to exercise. You can run, walk, or do yoga. Next, so this graph shows how mental health goes up as well as mood for every 30 minutes of exercise, while chance of depression goes down. So next, let's talk about obesity. Kids who meet the recommended 30 minutes of exercise or play sports have an easier time managing their weight or losing weight as adults because they are used to the constant exercise schedule that sports entail. Here's a graph from 1960 to 2010 of the obesity rate in children, and you can see a constant upward trend. In 2008, there's a large spike due to the financial crisis. During this time, families were not able to buy healthy foods and instead had to go for cheaper, more processed alternatives. Next, let's talk about food. The food kids are eating is more and more processed, which contains more salt, fat, and sugars. So how do kids who play sports compare? Well, kids who play sports compare weight-wise because as adults, they have an easier time managing their weight. They know what foods to eat and how much food they should consume at a certain amount of time. So, here are some key numbers. 25% of the U.S. population, 18 to 24, is too obese to serve in the U.S. military. 42% of the U.S. population is obese, and 18.5% of kids in the U.S. are obese. So why is the child obesity rate on the rise? Well, one key factor is poor nutrition. 37% of families eat fast food regularly. 80% of families don't eat whole foods, fruits, and vegetables. And less than 3% of the U.S. population eats healthy regularly. Another problem is lack of exercise. Less than 24% of kids meet 60 minutes of exercise a day. On average, kids spend more than 2 hours of video games a day, and 92% of parents are okay with letting their kid play at least 1 hour of video games a day. Next are life skills. 95% of Fortune 500 CEOs played sports as a kid, and 61% of female CEOs credit some of their success to lessons learned playing sports. Here's a list of life skills that sports help kids learn. They help learn self-confidence, ability to ask for help and give help, teamwork, timeliness, time management, leadership skills, social skills, and the ability to ignore distractions. One great example of ignoring distractions is Serena Williams. In the Meaning of Serena article, she talks about how her dad hired her local neighborhood boys and boys from her school to call her names when she would practice tennis. This helped her ignore distractions, and she carries this into much of her success.
Good morning. Would the following students please report to the main office? Johan Dominguez Lopez, Richard Norman, Lauren Hawkinson, Charlie Damberg, Zayla Gunvalson, Amani Laban, Morgan Olson, and Julia Evans. Again, please report to the main office. Thank you.
Next, let's talk about life skills. Kids who play sports tend to take riskier jobs and have higher success rates, such as doctor, businessman, and stockbroker. Here are some healthy life skills kids learn. Kids learn to eat healthy. Eating healthy helps as adult, helps keep weight down and reduce the obesity rate. Another healthy life skill kids learn is regular exercise. Kids are used to regular practice, tournaments, and gameplay all throughout the week. This schedule continues into adulthood and helps keep them in shape and reduce the obesity rate. So in conclusion, sports help kids lower their chance of depression, help reduce the obesity rate, help create healthy life skills, and help create healthy lifestyle choices, and well as social skills. Thank you.
Excuse me. First question. Thank you very much, first of all, for your presentation. Did your research go in a different direction than you originally expected?
Yes, I originally wanted to focus on the physical benefits of sports, but when I found out that there was a lot more mental than physical benefits, I veered towards those. Some of the mental benefits are help prevent depression and healthy life skills such as leadership, teamwork, and timeliness.
Okay. Second question. What are the implications of your findings to your community?
The implications of my findings is that kids are spending too much time on video games and not playing enough sports. For me, I found that encouraging kids to play sports and actually being active with them can help increase their activity as well as reduce their time on the video games.
Okay, thank